All right, it is a cool day here in South Georgia. It's about 50 degrees, so I'm a little grumpy. We are at the farm. Got over here this morning and went for a run on my trail, and got behind the rifle. So I do look like Mickey Mouse, and I was a big fan of that fellow when I was younger. And I went there one time to where he lives. I didn't really care for it. It's a little too much for me, but the idea of Mickey was cool. So over here today doing some shooting. Used to be the routine. The routine, which the brain likes routines, is 3 days a week. I'd come over here and run, get behind the rifle and shoot. Get behind the rifle and shoot. Heart rate up, flop down, breathe, focus. In my mind, getting behind that rifle and shooting is a form of meditation. Someone explained that to me once, and I never really thought about it that way. Controlling your breathing, focus, really connecting up with that rifle. My rifle's got moleskin on it, so it's up against my cheek. I can feel it on my finger, on the inside of my trigger guard. Love to show you the rifle. It's been built, but we did that on a post one time, and they pulled it. It's just the world we live in today. I don't get it. I mean, I get some of that. I just don't get that part. But anyway, there was nothing bad in the post. It was just showing the whole shooting quarter thing. So we're going to skip that part of it. But today, I realized I was out of shot quarters. I'm getting ready to go see a fella, and he is long overdue for a shot quarter. He's got some other people in his group that need some, so I needed three, three shot quarters. Back in the day, before things got crazy, 200 yards, man, I could punch them all day long, but not no more. Eyesight, age, out of practice. But in 2010, when I hooked up with Dr. Mitchell, that all kind of went downhill. Nothing against him, just got busy traveling, got in a different job, and my work, and I was just gone. And there's nothing for me like getting behind that trigger and just breathing and focusing. And I honestly do. I think about my dad. I think about that situation with him. I think about where this quarter's gone. I think about the people that I can give it to. And I've explained this publicly. I think maybe written it. It's a hole. It's got a hole in it. It's got sharp edges. And I can get my multiplier out. If you don't know what that is, then Google it. But I've worn a multiplier since 1993. I can file them edges down on that sharp edge, or I can give it to you, and time will work on them edges. We can't fill the holes that are in us. I don't think we can. And there's a lot of songs. Heard one the other day about drinking whiskey to fill up the holes in our soul. It's pretty cool country song. We can't fill up those holes, but we can work on them edges, because the holes become a part of us. And when I give someone a quarter, that's generally the thing. So when I was really young, my bedroom was right above the kitchen. And Mom would cook toasted peanut butter and jelly sandwich in an iron skillet with some butter. And man, it'd just creep up through that floor, wrap around. That'd get you out of bed. And I'd get out of bed. If I got my butt out of bed and got down there on that table and ate without any fuss, then I could watch this little black and white TV and watch the old episodes of The Lone Ranger. He was my hero, man. And I was into that guy. And then it sounds like a little episode from Laura Ingalls. Then I had to walk a quarter mile to the county road and catch a school bus. And it was all gravel. There wasn't no pavement back then. And he was my hero. And it didn't dawn on me till many, many years later, the whole quarter thing. When I first got into the world of law enforcement, if you know my background, I kind of went in backwards. And I wore a mask for almost 6 years. And then one day the mask was gone, and there wasn't no need for a mask. And then I realized, probably one of the first times I gave away a quarter, I know it's kind of funny, it's silly, right? But it was almost like the Lone Ranger giving away that silver bullet. So I kind of connected all those dots at some point. I didn't intend to grow up those first 6 years and become my childhood hero, but I did. This is hard because I'm not wearing a mask anymore. And so that's probably the hardest part of all this. But when I give away a quarter, to me, it's kind of like that silver bullet. I mean, it's just the way I look at it. And I didn't intend for it to work out that way. That wasn't my thought process when I came up with a quarter. It just worked out that way. So that's kind of like the backstory on that. I'm going to show you a little bit, what we got going on here, and show you kind of how the targets work. And we are in the process of upgrading the rifle. I need to change the scope out on it. I need something that helps me a little bit more with my vision, and kind of go from there. So here we go. So down that way is, you can shoot 400 yards. I know it's hard to believe, but believe it or not, there's a target down there at 400 yards. And then up there in the field is our 500 yard target. So you can shoot 500 yards up there. Now I can tell you that this was a total scam. We built this for my bride. We call her the boss. She's confident that it has nothing to do with her, but this is our little shooting range here. Got our table. So I'm gonna walk you over here and kind of walk you through it. So I do shoot keychains. That's one of my things, but basically what I do is I tape the quarters in, and you'll see the white kind of helps you see, and then I can tell if I'm off a little bit, then I have to, adjust keychains. And that's kind of it. So the really cool part here, get this camera turned around. We're getting long on time. So this one here, what we're looking for is this right here. Perfect hole, right? Well, this is pretty cool. Let me find the one on there. It is right there. So this one right here, you can see on the very top that there is a nick out of it. Just bear with me. When I saw it, I said, damn, I got to redo it because I can't give away one with a nick in it. It's got to be a clean hole. The fellow I'm giving it to, no joke, he triaged his own son. He's a first responder. Hold on. His son's name was Nick. Now, for some of you in TV land, that may not be cool. Nah, I think it's pretty damn cool. There we go. Gotta take a deep breath. Anyway, I was walking up from the range and I said, damn, I nicked it. And then I thought about it. His son's name was Nick. So, that guy's a God thing. So who am I today? Hell, man, I'm Mickey Mouse. Shooting quarters in the middle of about 600 acres. Ain't seen a human all day, except my family. So, we're running along on time. And kind of explained you how the quarters and the keychains work. And give us feedback, folks. There you go. Might look a little bit better. Anyway, we appreciate it. And let us know how we're doing.